relationships. And this is just a little mini lecture and a meditation based on my book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels. It's my third essential guide. So here we'll go on to talk about the first thing to do is to ask yourself these questions to for contemplation, to connect with how you feel about these things. Am I allowing love into my life? Do I seek out new friends and companions, or do I wait until they reach out to me? There's no right or wrong answer. These are just things so you become more conscious, more aware. So no judgment, self-judgment, especially. Do I need to heal wounds from previous relationships to feel safe enough to venture into new friendships and romance? I know before I met my Vincent, I definitely had a lot of work to do, and I worked on it. And we'll talk about how you can too if you still feel like you need to. So, to call on the angel of relationship, the first thing I would say, if in an everyday life kind of way, you might feel like you don't have the close knit friends that you want. You might feel like a little bit more distance. And especially now during this global pandemic, it's challenging. It's challenging to maintain a feeling of connectedness. And we're blessed here for those of us who are working here at the Crystal Garden, there's five of us. So we have each other. And that really makes a huge difference. So if there's any way that you can do that, like our Tuesday night group, like some of you have been participating every Tuesday night, it's very much camaraderie. And so this isn't necessarily romantic relationships I'm speaking about. I'm speaking of close knit friendships or even beginning to cultivate close knit friendships. And then the next item to connect with or to work toward is to heal the past. So you can delve into your unresolved emotions, figure out what they are, and then work toward healing them. So the first step is to become conscious, to know, to become aware. And so you make a decision to continue to discontinue any unwanted repetitive patterns. So that's one thing I did very much so. Prior to meeting my husband, and I met him very late in life. This wasn't, that I met him when I was in my 20s. So if those of you that may be divorced and may be thinking of reconnecting, maybe after the global pandemic, start working on this during this time that we have in isolation to get rid of those patterns that we may have created in both friendships and romantic relationships. So this is a broad scale for as far as relationships are concerned. And then I'm always about cutting the cords of the past. In fact, I even have a CD of that nature that's called Cut the Cords of the Past or cord cutting. It's called cord cutting, right? Is that what it is? So I didn't mention I have Katrina and Kate in the room with me. So I'll be talking to them too. So this is an angel that you can call on to ask to help you to release any past emotional wounds and then teach you how to open yourself up to how to have like enriching love and friendship, how to have uh, enriching friendships that are really going to help you in your life and you help them in their lives, mutually beneficial relationships. So the new healthy patterns is what you want to establish. I highly recommend it. And that's to guide you to new romantic relationships or new friendships. So it's not just romance, it's both. And I feel like Valentine's Day is about both. It's not just about romance. You can romance yourself. That's what I like. So without letting the past experiences to get in the way, finding the true love, the true support, and the fulfillment, it's like become conscious, become aware, and in that awakening of your consciousness, in your awareness, is where you can start to heal those other things and move forward so that you don't keep repeating these patterns. Because we all hold vibrations of what we've experienced in the past. So of course. So I'm basing this on my book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels. And what I've done in The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels is I have a lot more information for each angel that I'm sharing in these little presentations, but I do have a section on aromatherapy, a short little section, and it's both in the actual angel set part, the angel of relationships for this particular one, but also you'll find in the appendices, in the appendix in the back, you'll find that there is an aromatherapy recommendations. So these are three new sprays that just launched. So you're not going to find these in my book. The Archangel Chamuel, and Chamuel is an angel that helps to amplify blessings and well-being and relationships. When you spray the essential oil blend, it's not like, oh, it's going to magically do it. It's going to help add the energy to your vibrational field through the essential oils that I have in the blend, through the holy waters and sacred site essences, through the gemstone tinctures that are part of the blend, and even Bach flower remedies. So it's got quite a quite a combination. That's why I call it evolutionary aromatherapy. It's vibrational medicine, if you will. I don't really like using the word medicine, but you get the gist. So Jophiel is more about beauty and having blessings in your relationships and feeling blessings in your surroundings wherever you are and wherever you go. And that's something that I strive for, to always feel like I'm blessed and to also be a blessing in other people's lives. So Jophiel is the angel to call on for that. So you can call on these supportive archangels to assist. And then Love Spray, which is brand new also. I just launched, is it 10? 11 new sprays. Thank you, Kate. 11 new sprays. And Love Spray is also even available for those of you who live in South Florida or in Florida, all of Florida. It's also available at Whole Foods. So that's exciting. Love Spray brings more love into your life. It smells phenomenal. I love it. I hope you do too. So now, if you wanted to work with like a single note essential oil, grapefruit is very good for helping you have a stronger sense of self, to have more self confidence, to have courage, to feel bright and cheery, uplifted. Almost every one of my archangel sprays, and I have now 10 archangel sprays, they all have some sort of citrus in them. I'll tell you that. Don't ever reveal my formulas, but they definitely have citrus of some sort, and many of them grapefruit or pink grapefruit. And then, and so the way that you would use grapefruit is just through inhalation, inhaling it and forming an intention as to how you want it to help you in your life. Also, rosemary is good for loyalty and fidelity. And it's actually over the years has been known has been known. It's been used to lace wedding bouquets. So and when you get married, you want to make sure that it's a loyal and fidel, that there's fidelity in your relationship. Thank you for laughing at me. I appreciate that. We laugh together. So I also list gemstones, and these are just a few, but you could go with pink and green, any pink stone, any green stone. And that's why it was fun. Before we started this, I had pulled 2 cards from the Crystal Intentions Oracle. And this just shows you the power of the Oracle, because I pulled a pink stone, rhodonite, and that helps you heal the past relationships or loss in relationships. And I also pulled green aventurine, which is a good stone for good luck and good fortune, but it's also a heart chakra stone. They're both heart chakra stones. And if you wanted to learn more about the gemstones, the essential guide to crystals, minerals, and stones, as my friend Allison would say, shameless plug. This is a great book for that. But also, if you want to understand the chakra system, check out Chakra Awakening. It is an award-winning book. Actually, they both are, and bestsellers. I'm so grateful for that. So Kunzite. Kunzite is part of our show tonight. One of them already sold. Beautiful piece, specimen. And this is my Kunzite in this picture. This is my piece that I have at home, and then there's the other one in the background that you don't really see all of it, is a wand, a Kunzite wand that I bought in Idar-Oberstein, Germany. And I'm sure I didn't say that right for those of you that are from Germany, but it's like the gemstone capital of Germany. Kunzite amplifies love. It amplifies love in your surroundings, in your vibrational field with conscious intent. Working with gemstones is always with intention. That's why one of my decks is called the Crystal Intentions Oracle, because it's about intention. And then the gemstone is your reminder to help you to stay focused on this is what I'm aiming for. This is what my intention is. This is what I want. And what we focus on is what creates our reality. Always. Pink calcite, this is just happens to be a really beautiful piece of pink calcite. This is mangano calcite or manganese calcite. And this has some nice striations in it. We have beautiful calcite in tonight's show. Don't we have calcite? Yes, we do. Oh, and I think that calcite's from Turkey. It's a little bit different. Oh, and we do have some, yep, we do have one piece that's mangano calcite, at least one. Excellent. So pink calcite, I feel like, is something that's very comforting and very soft. I always think of it as a connection with like the look of cotton candy. Not that I want the sugar content, but the soft fluffiness of that energy. And that you can surround yourself with that vibration, that sacred energy of the pink that brings you peace and calm and comfort, like a warm pink blanket being rocked in a mother's arms, really comforting. And then rose quartz is the traditional favorite for love and romance, but also for good friendships and self love, self care. Some people say it's even good for skin rejuvenation and regeneration. So these actual, these actual gemstones are, um, in fact, part of tonight's show. Yes, they are. I see them. We call them the rose quartz pebbles. So I mentioned the show a few times, just again to remind you, if you want to join us, it's going to start immediately following this on the Crystal Garden page. And I'll probably share that once on my personal page on Facebook too. So here, let's go to this next little slide. This is how you can call and ask for help. Okay, so with working with the angelic realm, many of you have heard me say this, and many of you already know, but we need to ask for help from the angelic realm specifically. Not just, oh, I want a good relationship, like whatever. Well, you could say that, but I have a petition here. For each of the angels in the book, The Essential Guide to Everyday Angels, you will find a petition. So this on the pink side of the screen is the petition to call on the angel of relationships. Oh, angel of relationships, please help me cultivate a wonderful group of friends and colleagues in my life with courage and confidence. Help me shift my energy to allow me to receive love and take steps to do my part in nurturing loyal, caring friends. Please help me to open my heart and have the strength to overcome shyness or a lack of self esteem so that I can take action and develop strong, healthy connections with great friends and family, including my romantic relationship. Thank you. So you could reframe this, you can rephrase it, you can change it to make it more specific to the way you might talk. But each one of these segments, each one of these paragraphs in this petition, I feel like is very heartfelt for me, because there was a point in my life where I did not have a wonderful group of loyal friends, people that were nurturing. They maybe were one way up to my face, but they weren't necessarily that way in reality. And that's challenging. That's sad. It's hurtful. But we can overcome that. And that's where help me shift my energy to allow me to receive love and take steps to do my part. So that way we're making a conscious intention here. That's part of it also. Because angels can't act on our behalf unless we ask for their assistance. And then the other aspect is sometimes we may lack some self-esteem and we need to do whatever we need to, whatever we want when you're ready to increase and improve confidence and courage and for you to love yourself the way you want someone else to love you. God bless you. See, she sneezed on the truth. God bless you, Katrina. That was on shyness and lack of self-esteem for relationships. So for those of you that maybe have a little bit of trepidation with that, do exercises in regard to the solar plexus chakra. And so there's information on that often in my, events that we do here on Tuesday nights, the Facebook Live events, but also in Chakra Awakening and Crystals Beyond Beginners and many of my books and decks and CDs. So you'll have that is available to you. And also all the free videos on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Margaret Ann Lembo. So it's something to watch when you're feeling a little down on the dumps or you want something to inspire you. Okay, so now on the yellow side of the screen are the affirmations. So the very first affirmation is like my favorite. The first two sentences, I am love. All that surrounds me and all that is attracted to me is love. I attract loyal and authentic friends and romantic relationships. I am blessed with supportive friends. I am grateful for companionship in my life. My friendships and business relationships are important to me. I take steps to cultivate close-knit bonds with people close to me. So this is like a point to be aware of. It's like it's up to us how much we want to do to cultivate our relationships. It takes work and but it's fun work. It's pleasant because we're doing what we need to do for ourselves and for the friend or friends to cultivate a better relationship and take time. So this is for business, this is for personal, uh, you know, friends like, hangout friends, but also romance and or significant other relationships. So with Valentine's Day around the corner, I suggest that you work on loving yourself. Now, we're not really over here. I'm just going to have this screen up while we do a little meditation. So, in fact, I'm going to go back to that other screen. We'll leave this up during the meditation. We're just going to do a short little meditation because we start, this is a little half-hour event. So this is perfect. What are you doing?
I'm going to raise this up.
Oh.
So you don't have to worry about closing your eyes and stuff during.
Oh, and I'm going to minimize myself too. At least I think I am. So I'm going to take my face out of this for a moment. There you go. So that way, because you don't really need to look at the screen at all, in fact. Is it filming anything?
Yeah, it's just phrasing the books.
Okay, that's perfect. Okay, perfect. All right, everybody. So first step, if your legs are crossed, uncross your legs. If you have your legs up on a chair, that's fine. If you're sitting cross-legged on the floor, that's fine. But the idea is to make a connection with Mother Earth. So put your feet firmly on the ground. Let yourself lower your eyelids. Go ahead and just rotate your head on your shoulder, on your neck, and just move it around a little to let go of any stress or tension from the day. If you need to or want to, you may want to make a stretch your arms back. I often like to roll my shoulders back and down. And I do this almost every time I stop for a meditative experience because it also signals my body, oh, we're going to do a meditation. Become aware of your breath, the inhale and the exhale. Maybe make an exaggerated inhale and exhale, maybe 2 or 3 of those, just to bring your focus on your breath and how your body expands on the inhalation and contracts on the exhalation. If you wish, you might want to let your tongue rest gently on the roof of your mouth. Keep your head on your shoulders, if you will, or above your spinal cord. So you're not letting your head hang down, but rather upright. Feel the air going into your lungs. And when you inhale, even imagine and sense and feel how it looks to be inside of yourself, and watch your lungs expand on the inhalation like big oblong balloons. And then when you exhale, imagine them deflating. Do that a few times. It helps to bring center and focus going inward. Okay. And like we usually do in my meditations, I'm going to ask you to put all of your awareness behind the center of your forehead. And although we really can't do two things at once, we can a little bit. I also want you to put your attention on the center of your chest, your heart chakra. Be aware of how the center of your chest is the place where you hold love, that you are love, that all that is attracted to you and all that surrounds you is love. And when you breathe in, imagine, sense, or just make believe that you're breathing in love. And when you breathe in love, it fills up your lungs. The oxygen that you're breathing in becomes love, and it starts to send the love vibration through all of the cells and bones and muscles. Your whole entire body is enveloped in the vibration of love. It's inside of you, it's around you, and it's part of your emotional body. Love is part of your physical body. It's part of your mental body, the part of you that thinks, and also the love that's part of your spiritual body. So connecting all four of those. And now shifting your awareness back to the center of your forehead and the place that's behind the center of your forehead. So now that you're vibrating at the rate of love, I'd like for you to imagine that you're walking down this beautiful pastel pink road. Maybe it's a corridor, maybe it's a hallway, but it's a path of some sort that's a pastel pink, a beautiful, delicious, gentle pink. And as you walk down this pathway, if you want to, you can let yourself imagine if there's any body around you or any animals, like some of you have power animals, you might want to bring them with you in your imagination. Also, you can bring with you in your imagination your animal companions. Just for the sake of taking this journey, having some companions with you is often nice because we're talking about relationships, and that is a relationship in your life that probably is pretty good, the ones with your animals. Breathing in love and exhaling love as you're walking down the pathway. Know that this pathway is leading you to have a moment with the angel of relationships. And as you're walking down the pathway, I would like for you to also contemplate one question or request for the angel of relationships. And I'll be quiet just for a moment so you can think of what that is. And as you're thinking that thought and as you're feeling that energy of what it is that you want help with, I would like for you to imagine that in front of you is a beautiful pink globe, a sphere that's floating in front of you. And it can form, if you wish, into what we perceive as what an angel looks like. A human with wings, but it's not. But it's okay. We can use that as imagery. And if you want, you can dress this particular angel in pink clothes. Maybe the wings have shimmering pink, or you can let it be just this globe. It's making me think of what is the name of that? Like the good witch from the Wizard of Oz. She always came in a big bubble, right?
Yeah.
Glenda?
Linda.
Glenda.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, if you know that part of that you can know she kind of floats in on this and you just see this globe coming in. Imagine a beautiful pink globe. And you can leave it as a pink globe. It doesn't have to become um Glenda-ish. Although that's fun. Yes, I like to be silly even in my meditations. Good, good. So now that you're with your beautiful angel of relationships, again, I'm going to be quiet. He already heard and felt what you need, but I want you to once again express how you want the angel of relationships to help you now. Feel the energy from your heart to the heart of the angel, and from the heart of this angel to you. Heart to heart and mind to mind communication. Perhaps you want help with improving your communication skills. Or maybe you want to ask the angel to help you to have more confidence, or to show you ways that you can improve your current relationships. And then ask the angel to drop those ideas into your head, into your mind, into your consciousness in very many ways, whether it's a billboard, a bumper sticker, a movie you watch that inspires you, perhaps a book that you're reading will inspire you, and you'll realize, this is the way the angel of relationships is telling me or communicating ideas on how I can improve my relationships. Good, good. Now have faith and trust that whatever you wanted the angel to hear from your heart to her, or his heart to your mind, from your mind to her mind. I'm calling her she tonight because pink is girly, but that's just my perception. Angels are androgynous. They're not male or female. Just imagine that she knows. The angel of relationships knows. So have faith and trust in that and know that all is well. And that now it's time to say thank you and start to walk back down, up the pathway, actually, walking up the pink pathway back to the front of your forehead, back to this reality, and let yourself open your eyes. Let yourself come back to this moment in time. And here we are. We're back, and everything is good. So at this point, I want to say that I would like for you to believe that you have communicated authentically from your heart to the heart of the angel of relationships, and know that it's underway. It's all happening now. And so do your part, because the angel is, guiding the path. They're not doing it for you. You're the one that's got to take the action. You're the one that has to do what it takes to make things better for you in your life with your relationships. And so pay attention to the signs and symbols, because they do come in dreams. They come in, I often, watching sitcoms, I find that there's a moral to the story in a sitcom that often brings a message. whether maybe it's a podcast you're listening to, a song that you hear on the radio, where we've been playing a love station this week here at the Crystal Garden for the five of us that work here, and to keep us in the Valentine's Day mode. So, anyway, I hope that you love yourself and develop your relationship with yourself, romance yourself, and do what it takes to love yourself the way that you want to be loved and how to be cared for. So now I want to invite you to visit me on Instagram. I post pictures that have to do with, gardening and such. And but I also have pictures of gemstones and aromatherapy and bring information and inspiration. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, I love that. And if you haven't already connected with all of my books and decks and CDs, I encourage you, if you wish, to get yourself a copy. It's good time to get some reading done for those of you that are staying mostly in homebound, which I highly recommend because it's still a global pandemic. So I hope that you're happy and healthy. Now it's time to join us on Instagram. Nope, we're not on Instagram. I just was looking at Instagram. We're on Facebook. So silly I am. There is for those of you that like Instagram, where there is a preview of the show. So we're going to be continuing now, moving on to do our Facebook live from the Crystal Garden. We're going to shop. We have beautiful merchandise tonight. And even if you don't want to shop, if you don't want to spend money, please come play with us. We laugh, we have fun. It's comedic relief, and it's part of a community. And everybody talks to each other. It's typing, talking to each other, but everybody's like really supportive of each other and very, very fun. Sound good? Okay, everybody. So bye for all of you on Zoom. For those of you that are watching on my Facebook page, I'll be in a moment sharing our show. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Much love, many blessings. Happy Valentine's Day and relationships to you. Many blessings. Bye.